Hey guys, it's Dragon Rockstar here with a Lightsworn deck profile. And yes, I went to the YCS championship, but I did not make it into the top cut, nor made it to any form of topping whatsoever. But I'm here to show you guys my deck profile, and I went from being X4, so I won 3, lost 4, but still was a very fun time. Very first YCS I've ever been to, and as you can see, the Asian Persuasion here signed my Minerva as well as signed my mat, and then I had Team APS and Team Samurai X1 sign both of my mats. I met all the amazing YouTubers. Shout out to all of them. Thank you guys so much for making the event very fun and everything. So let's go ahead and get started. Obviously, you know, the YCS 200 big token you get or map divider and everything. So let's get started. For the Lightsworn engine, I run 2 Raidens, standard, those of you that don't know what it does. Summon, you get to mill 4 for the turn, 2 to get its actual effect to go off to make it gain attack points, and the other effect is just for the end phase effect where you have to send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. So he's very useful. I actually needed to, there has been times where I needed 3. I ran 2 because I want to see him, but I don't want to see him all the time, so yeah, it was really difficult trying to balance out the Lightsworn engine for the deck, and it was really hard trying to get some other card effects to go off. But Raiden did help out pretty well. Triple Wolf, and then his sister Felice. Now, Wolf on the other hand was pretty useful. Obviously, everyone's saying standard, you should run 3. I'm actually tempted to cutting out 1 due to the fact I kept seeing Wolf and Felice in my hand as many times as possible, and I don't know why. I kept drawing hands with them and all that. It was very difficult to get around them. But other than that, they did pretty well. I milled both of them off of Minerva and stuff like that, so they're both helpful. That's those Lightsworns. And then for the one of Lightsworns, 1 Lila, the 1 Aaron, and the 1 Lumina. Everyone knows I use Aaron for the Babushka plays. Lila for the this actually came in clutch sometimes. Lila came very handy, and then Lumina just to help me get more fodder on board. Other than that, all these played very useful, very everything. Like they became very useful for this whole entire event. Um, Yet again, like I said, I want to run 2 Raidens instead of, I mean, 3 Raidens instead of 2, so because it came really cloggy. But that's it for those Lightsworns. Now let's get ready for the little spicy text of the deck. I run triple Effect Veilers, which was very handy throughout the whole entire event. I kept drawing them, and I kept against Gokis, it was very useful. Against Altergeist, it was okay. It actually worked maybe twice against Altergeist. And I went against a few other decks. Cyber Dragons, this was very useful against. But other than that, throughout then, it was pretty okay. And then I ran 2 Ghost Snow Rabbits. I actually regret this decision for Snow Rabbits. I'm actually tempted of cutting them out because that field spell that Gokis played actually made it very useless for this guy, but Effect Feathers actually became very useful against the Gokis. You know, could target him. I used it for link plays for another spell card in my deck, but those are all the hand traps I run in the deck, so like I said, they're very useful. For the Plant Engine, triple on Fire Blossom, and double Scorpio, as well as the 1 Cobra and then 1 Glow Up Ball. I didn't run triple Scorpios because it came I kept seeing this more than low fire. I wanted to see low fire more to get it off with snow. And the 1 Cobra because you only run the 1 brick, and the 1 Glow Ball because you can. It's very useful. Plus, I did it once where I summoned low fire blossom also. So you just Cold Dread and special summon Glow Ball to go for more link plays, and then I activate Glow Ball's effect to synchro summon for Nat Bees, and it was just disgusting against the one player I went against. But Glow Ball was very useful. Personally, would love to run 1 more Cobra and maybe take out another Scorpio for the fun of it. But the Plant Engine worked pretty well. For the other beautiful card of the deck is Snow. Snow was very amazing in this format. Actually, it came clutch against a weird player was playing a Black Closet Soldier deck, and this really was very useful. And also, it was awesome against Mega Knight Invoke for some odd reason. Um, I was so close to going winning, but he came out of nowhere and won the game. But snow was very useful this whole format. Um, that's what's next is I ran the clown engine, 1 damage juggler, 2 hat trickers, and a 1 trick clown. I am tempted in boosting this up to 3, but I haven't figured out what I want to take out for it yet. But overall, this was very useful against it. And then Trick Clown came in clutch many times. I linked with it so many times, and it got a special summon. And not once did the timing messed up, made me lose whatsoever. The new timing rule didn't screw me up, so Trick Clown actually came in clutch because of that. And then for the other level 4s, 1 Goblin Bird and 1 Revival Golem. Revival Golem, I only seen once during the whole entire YCS, and it was very weird, but it still worked. And then Goblinberg I seen about a few times, a few duels. And then for the last remaining monsters, 1 Gemini Lazuli and 1 Garnet. Lazuli was very useful. It bounced back Garnet, and I got Garnet off Seraphonite's effect and normal summon it. And then it came in clutch where I linked with them. Linked with Seraphonite and them just to summon out Curious, and it came very, very useful. That's it for the monsters. Now for the spells, I ran triple Brilliant Fusion. Obviously, you have to run triple Brilliant Fusion. Triple Charge of Life Brigade, because it's a Lightsworn deck, you want to get those Raidens, you want to get those Lunas, you want to search out for those pluses. And then double Solar Recharge to finish up for the Lightsworn part. Solar Recharge got ashed multiple times. Charge didn't get ashed whatsoever, and Brilliant Fusion got ashed once during this whole event. And then on top of that, Scorpio got ashed once as well. So ash was a big problem for this deck, but I still got plays through them with the 1 card I'm about to show you as well, because this card was actually clutched the whole entire YCS. I ran triple Chain Summoning for anti-hand trap hate and double Call by the Grave. Now, Chain Summoning, those of you who don't know what Chain Summoning does is when your opponent plays a hand trap against you, you can chain with Chain Summoning, because it would be Chain Link 1, 2, and then Chain Link 3. What this card does is it allows you to get 3 additional normal summons for that turn. And if you already played Brilliant Fusion and your opponent ashes it, you can chain with Chain Summoning, and it gives you 3 normal summons for that turn, and additional normal summons for that turn, and it gives you more pluses, because if you have your hand filled with monsters, you can just summon all your monsters, except Wolf and Felice, obviously. You summon all your monsters, and then link it away. But other than that, these came in clutch, as well as the Call by the Graves. It sucks that Call by the Grave was hit to 2, but other than that, I'm okay with it. That's it for the main deck. Now for the extra deck. The Age of Persuasion signed my Minerva, and I'm so glad, because he signed both my Mat and my Minerva, and I was so happy that he did so. I might actually use this as like a divider for the mats and such, but other than that, it's beautiful. 1 Minerva for the rank 4s, 1 Exciton Knight, Evisworn Exciton Knight for rank 4s, 1 Gaga Cowboy, and the 1 Booska. All these came in clutch, but Booska actually won me about 2 games. Gaga Cowboy, I actually used this effect for burn for game, attacked with 15, and then burn him for game, which was very amazing. And this was against a Cookie player. Exciton Knight was useful once. I only summoned it once, but it's really good of an effect. And then Minerva, obviously, it's a Lightsworn deck. I summoned it a bunch of times. Those of you that don't know what Exciton does, due to the fact that it came off the ban list, once per chain, you can activate this effect during either player's main phase or battle phase. Detach a material and destroy all other cards face up on the field except itself. So you destroy, you will be destroying, if you have a Minerva on the field, you destroy Minerva and you get Minerva's effect and things of that forth. And then you run the Utopia package, 139 Utopia and 139 Utopia Lightning, the Lightning. This came in clutch many times. I got this twice for game, so it was very useful. Then for the only synchro, you play one Interior Beast because you only need the one Interior Beast to go off your combos. So it came in clutch sometimes. One Gemini Seraphonite for the Brilliant Fusion Engine. And then for the links, I run Reprodoculus. I can't never pronounce this guy's name right. But this helps you summon out Curious faster. And then the one Nightmare Phoenix, and then the one Nightmare Cerberus, as well as the Soul Day. Now, I only summoned a Soul Day once during the whole YCS, and that was only against it was a weird matchup. I went against, I think it was a stall deck, and I ended up using a Soul Day to get me Raiden, and then Raiden milled a bunch of Lightsworns and gave me more pluses. And then I linked with this to get Firewall, and then went off from that. Cerberus is because you gotta get rid of those special summon monsters your opponent will have. Nightmare Phoenix just to get rid of unwanted back row. And then Redoculus helps you summon out Curious because you can change the monster's attribute to Earth, and then you can link away. So they all had their usefulness, and they all came in clutch. Then obviously the one Curious for the lights for the main deck. This is like the main purpose of the deck, and it just helps you send more cards to the graveyard to get you more pluses and more mills, and the more mills you get, the more pluses you get. So Curious was always amazing. I ran the one Firewall and one Sayuja Skull Dread. Firewall I only summoned once out of the whole entire time I was at this YCS. It came in clutch. It actually worked. I used it to get me. I used it for link play. I didn't really use his effect. And then Skull Dread, obviously, I used his effect a lot. Skull Dread was very useful. Firewall, I didn't really use his effect. Like, I didn't even think about using his effect. I had Trick Clown on the field, and I had a Wolf on the field. And then I used those two and link with this, and then summon out Curious. So I didn't really use his effect. But other than that, Firewall was very useful for that one play. I main deck the Soul Day and the Firewall because for my side deck, obviously, I ran Triple Reaper and went to Cherries. So the Exciton Knight, Babuska, Lightning, Gemini Seraphonite, Ethereal Beast, and all those cards that I have in my main deck, or my side deck here, or extra deck, sorry. Every card I had in my extra deck is used because of Reapers. Reapers came sadly, I side deck almost every deck I played against, and I never seen it. Except once when I was going against Mecha Knight and Volk Weather Panther deck, and it was very confusing how that deck played. But I side decked the Reapers, and Reapers didn't do so well against it because I drew 2 in one turn, and I didn't want that to happen. But they're still very useful cards when you're going second. They're amazing cards when you're going second. For other side deck monsters, I ran 1 Gamma Sail and 2 Raw Spear Modes. Technically, I should never ran this guy. He would have came in clutch, but I should never run him. I should have ran 1 more Raw Spear Mode, so I can actually because against a Goki player, I didn't get a chance to even draw this from my Reapers, and it was a little upsetting. If I had more than 1 of these, I would have seen it or more than 2 of these, I would have seen it a lot more. But other than that, all 3 of these are really amazing against Gokis, Guys, and the U-Link boards. So, personally, like I said, I would have taken this out for another Raw Spear Mode. For against like Guys and True Dracos and heavy trap decks, I ran triple Twin Twisters for the only spell of the side deck, and then triple Red Reboots for some of the traps. Twin Twisters came in clutch, and Red Reboot came in clutch, but I never drew them except once against Guys, and I actually came close to winning that game, except they had more plays than I expected. And then for the other traps, I ran 2 D barriers, and then for the fun of it, I ran the 1 Evenly Match just to pull out some combos. Evenly Match, never drew it, but it's always a good card. When I get me another 2 Evenly Match, I'm going to take it out for D barriers. But other than that, Evenly Match is still an amazing card to side deck in this format. And then the reason why I side deck D barriers is for like road decks. So if you use these against road decks, you can actually call out rituals or stuff like that. This came very handy for yet again with that Blacklisted Soldier deck I faced. I would have called out rituals and they couldn't really play that well. But other than that, side deck, I think the only thing, like I said, I'll probably take out will be the one Gamma Seal for a Raw Spear mode just to get out more combos, and then I would have probably taken out for the main deck. I would have probably taken out another Scorpio for maybe another Cobra, and then or Lone Fire or Scorpio for a Cobra, and I would have took out a Wolf for another Raiden. But other than that, this deck worked pretty well in this format, and I am actually happy with the results I had. And then also for the top of that, for the matchups I went against, I went against Altergeist first round. Came close to defeating them. They got me right away. I went against some Gokis. I won game 1, lost game 2, and it was so close in game 3. Round 3, I got a free win. Round 4, I went against Mech Knight and Volk. It was so close on it, but I got wrecked quickly. Game 1, I kind of lost. Game 2, I lost as well. Round 5, I got a freebie. Round 6, I went against some Cyber Dragons. 2-0 that real quick for some odd reason. First round won. Second round, first game won. Second game it was so close, but I had enough tech power on board to get an OTK. And then round 7, I went against Mech Knight and Volt Weather Panthers, and overall, and then after that, I couldn't stay for much longer. Certain things was going on. But other than that, the Lightsworn deck really worked very well for the format, and I'm glad with the overall results I gotten. And let me know, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, please, and let me know down in the comments below what you guys think and what you guys think I should do, what cards you think I should tech, and what kind of ideas you guys can pop out, and let me know what do you think about me going to the YCS, and what do you think about how this deck works for the YCS, and what do you? I also again give a shout outs to the Team APS crew, Paul, and Team Samurai X1 and Asia Persuasion for being there, and I'm a huge fan of you guys, and thank you so much for being there for me and everything, and thank you for helping me prepare for this format and all. And like I said, leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think I should do with the deck and all that. Thank you so much. This is Dragon Rockstar signing out. Thank you guys.